Hello, and welcome to Tribal Council number 16 with the KALINAGO tribe. We are here with the final 5 people in the game. So first, I'm going to go to Joshua. So Joshua, you ended up winning your second immunity challenge in a row and claiming a spot in the final 4. How does it feel knowing that you have a 1 in 4 shot to win the game come Tuesday?
I mean, it feels good. I'm hoping it means I'm only one chance away from being at the end. I'm hoping, unless you're trying to pull some messiness, which I will heavily not appreciate. But yeah, it feels good. Then you make. I mean, it feels good every time you make it through a round, especially once you're getting this late into the game, because I don't know, every single number just feels much more special. Well, bye, Hunter. Wow.
He said he couldn't hear you, but I muted him because I was like, he's talking. So I guess I'll go to Rachel next. So Rachel, you were kind of, I don't want to say disconnected from the game, but it was obviously not like the easiest thing to play when you were, in Africa. So how do you feel coming into this tribal council?
It was kind of weird. I know that last tribal council was kind of a blindside for my buddy Dustin, and I don't want that to be like a bad thing, but also I haven't been around to talk to him or try to mend anything, and it'd be nice to be more confident in the relationships that I had going into this than I did before. But I still feel good, and I think the people that have my back still have my back.
Okay, so Dustin, I'm going to come to you next because...
Hey, Jordan.
Also, if you guys can mute so there's no echo when you're not talking. So, Rachel just kind of brought up that you were a little blindsided last round. So how do you really reintegrate into, a tribe at this point? It's at final 5. Is there really much you can do to get back into the tribe?
I mean, Jordan, I would be lying last time after Silas left that, I didn't cry a little bit because I thought, my time in the game was over because, at the final 5, it's hard to reintegrate yourself at a point where I fucking said at the tribal, you should have your in-game plans when that bit me in the ass. So, at this point, I'm trying my best. If I go home tonight, I fully expect it. If I survive tonight, it means I reintegrated myself successfully. But that's going to show what happens, Jordan. So I want you to send good vibes my way.
All right. So Brent, with Silas leaving last round, it kind of took out the last Takari that was in the game. So there's 2 original Bataka, 3 original Celebia, and the other original Bataka is immune tonight. Do you think that's going to cause trouble for you, or do you think original tribal lines really don't mean anything?
Well, this is like the 8th tribal that we've been in, where I've felt like I've been at the bottom, and I'm not sure completely where I stand because obviously you hear things through the grapevine. So I'd like to say that old tribal lines don't matter. And it's at this point in the game, we're in the end game now. So I would think that people are trying to look for their best interests, and maybe sticking to OG tribes is not always the right move. And just praying that my big dick energy keeps going strong.
I didn't realize there was another person in Brent's car until he started talking. So Hunter, like I asked Brent, are original tribal lines really dead at this point? Because if not, there's a majority of original Celebia here right now.
I mean, yes, but we've swapped so many freaking times. Me and Brent are swap Bataka, and then the other 3 are swap Celebia. So I wouldn't say original tribal lines are still a thing because we've voted differently so many different times. Hell, Dustin was left out of the last vote. Now, whenever Dustin was left out of the vote, it wasn't because me, Rachel, Josh, and Brent made a Final 4 alliance. It was just simply Dustin and Silas were close, and that's just how the vote went off. So I definitely don't think there's any lines anywhere, and it's just 5 people trying to play the game to the best of their ability and trying to make the end.
So I'm going to swing back to Dustin. So Hunter kind of touched on the fact that the move, was made last round just because you and Silas were close. So do you think that, there are other people in this game that are close the same way that you and Silas were? And it's just kind of like, hey, if you're going to Final Four with these people, like it's going to be trouble.
Oh, 100%. I'm sure this is relationships. It's just Silas and I sucked at hiding that we were close. I don't know. I thought Silas was close to other people. Maybe he was just little the most to me. But I mean, I'm gonna take this for a second to like peach for myself. Other people have their final twos. I'm by myself right now. At the final three, if you have a final two, going to the next round, you're gonna want somebody that third person to get your final two to the final three, and I'm that person because I don't have that person. So keep me.
So Joshua, I'm kind of going to swing to you now. Dustin kind of just pitched for himself. Do you think that tonight's vote is just going to be cut and dry then? Dustin openly pitched for him, like reasons for him to stay. Is today is the vote already made up? Does everyone know what's happening?
I mean, I don't think anyone's sat at a tribal council deciding now what they're going to do. I think everyone's gone into it knowing what they want to do. But I've lost track of my answer already. As always. But there was another. What was the question again?
Honestly, I forgot half the question after I read it, but something about like Dustin pitching for himself, and or everyone's mind's really made up, and is it just a clear vote?
Mine was made up coming since everyone knows what they're doing. As in, I'm sure everyone's got their own individual ideas of what they want to do and what they want to see happen. Yeah, I'm going to give up.
Okay. So Rachel, at this point, it's just kind of like, hey, if you can sneak by another round, you can sneak by another round. And, if it's final three, if it's final two, if it's whatever, like if you can win immunity and get to the end, like you're at the end, no one can take that away from you. So what is, really the important thing with moving forward through this round? Is it keeping someone who's going to work with you or taking out a threat or, what's the idea going into this vote?
I'm probably not playing this game like a real Survivor person should, where you're like getting out people who are going to beat you. I've always played this game like I want to work with the people that I like, and I want the people who win to be people that I feel good with and would be happy that they win. So I'm going to continue playing that way.
Okay. So Brent, hearing someone who's in the final five say something about that, like that they're playing for not only themselves, but other people that they like. And as long as someone they like wins, like that's good enough for them. How do you view that? Are you in this for yourself or are you in this for other people? Is it kind of a combination of the two?
I would say it's a good combination of the two. I went into my first one thinking that I was going to just like go in and like take it by storm and just be badass, and I left at 18. So I thought the second one would be better at like building relationships with people. But at the end of the day, everyone's here to win. I don't know anyone that's playing the game trying to win for somebody else. But also, like, I don't think everyone just is so cutthroat that they're trying to just like fuck over everyone. So I see where Rachel's coming from, but I think at the end of the day, everyone here is just trying to get that dub.
Okay, so Hunter, if everyone here is trying to really get the win, then everyone should be, in the process or have already, kind of built their resumes for the end. Do you think there's anyone who's sitting here who really doesn't have a shot to win at the end?
No, I feel like I answer this question at every tribal. You don't know how a jury is going to react and respond to a final three. Hell, it could be any of us three in the final three, and it honestly just depends on how the jury wants to approach it. They could be such a bitter juror, and if people fuck them over, that person doesn't stand a chance at their vote. If they view someone who maybe didn't do so much in the game, but like they didn't piss them off on their way out, hell, they could vote them just for that. So it totally depends on how a jury weighs their vote. So I wouldn't count any one of us five out of winning if we're standing in the end.
Okay. Does anyone else have anything that they would like to say or bring up before we get to voting? No? All right, guys. Let's get to it. So I will call you individually on Skype. You guys know the drill. Hands up. No more communicating if you are communicating, but hands up. No more. So, all right. Perfect. Dan, check the production chat. All right. Oh, Dustin's not back. Love that. I'm going to wait for Dustin. I don't know where he went. Daniel Kennedy, if you're watching this, where's your boyfriend?
Joshua, I wore this shirt for you.
Oh, that's cute. Did you like go to London?
I can't fucking hear you.
Where the hell is he at?
I don't know, but I'm going off camera until he gets back, and we're trying to figure out where he is.
Just disappeared.
Literally have no idea.
Is Brent frozen for anyone else? No, wait, he unfroze.
I think he just wasn't moving.
He just like was staring out the window.
I'm very confused who's actually with Brent. Like I'm very puzzled by this.
Oh, my buddy Miguel.
Hello.
Sup, McGill?
Had some beers over at the bar, and now we're gonna hopefully go back and get his keys. And then we're gonna get drunk and watch a movie.
I'm
driving
getting
right now,
drunk.
Brett?
No, I've been in the parking lot.
I'm getting drunk
Good
and
one.
going roller skating after this.
That sounds dead.
Okay, there I am.
Spinning because
All right, Dustin's back.
Sorry, I had to get on mobile, so I don't know my.
Oh,
You're
can't
good.
hear him.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, that's all that matters.
All right.
All right. I have the votes. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol or power that they would like to play, now is the last round that you can do so.
Well, at the end of last tribal, I said that I had an immunity idol, and I'm pretty sure if anyone bought that shit, you're dumb, because I've tried to play a fake idol like 3 times and they always deny me. But yeah, that idol was never existent in my hands.
All right. So let's
Can
get.
you repeat what he said? Because no one could hear him.
Oh, Hunter said that he didn't have an idol. He was like, "Oh, I had a fake idol. If anyone bought it, they're stupid. Da, 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 da. I never had that
I try
idol."
to play one every time.
Anyways, let's get to the votes. First vote, Brent.
Oh, you guys suck.
Second vote, Hunter.
Oh, I knew it.
Third vote, Brent. Fourth vote, Hunter. 2 votes Brent, 2 votes Hunter, 1 vote left. Fifth vote, and the 15th person voted out, and the 7th member of our jury, Hunter. Hunter, if you have anything you would like to say.
Well, can I leave and come back since they can't hear me?
Oh, yeah, do that. I'm not repeating everything that he said. He's coming back, Brent.
I don't care.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying he's coming back to say whatever.
He's not coming back for long.
Totally not shocked at all. I just told Jordan in my production chat that all of you are being weird as fuck. Was it Rachel that was loyal to me?
I mean, they're not going to talk to you. They really can't talk to you.
Okay. Well, Rachel, thanks for being such a sweetheart. The rest of you, best of luck. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where my jury votes go.
Hunter, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go.
Bye, Hunter.
And with that, you're down to 4. Stay here for a second and we'll discuss the next challenge.